Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video where we're going to talk about the Nude Prism collection by Lunar Beauty. This is a very neutral, more nudie collection, which is not normally what I go for, so it's going to be super exciting to dive into something that's outside of my comfort zone today. We are going to swatch through the entire collection. I'm going to do a first and a second impression, and I'm going to let you know if I think that this is the normal good Lunar Beauty quality. And if you haven't been here before, if this is your first video here, hello, my name is Angie. I am such a lover of beauty makeup. I love everything beauty makeup related. My normal preference is a little bit more on the colorful side, but I also love makeup that has a lot of contrast. So I'll try and see if I can achieve that look with these products. And if you want to see some more makeup content, don't forget to subscribe because I upload 5 videos a week. I also misplaced my ring. I don't know where, like, is that, should I be worried? I can't find my ring. Still married, just misplaced my ring somewhere. I don't know where. Either way, this collection is already available. I did get sent this collection as PR. But this video is not sponsored, and if you're interested in any of these things, I will link all the things down below. There's going to be the eyeshadow palette, the blush palette, and also 3 lip oils. And this is a new product from Lunar Beauty. I've never tried anything like this before. I really love Lunar Beauty as a brand. I really love their products. All of the things that I've had from Lunar Beauty from before, I have bought with my own money. This is the first time that I'm receiving PR from the brand, and I think I own close to everything. There are a couple of things that I don't own. And Maddie was very kind to give me an affiliate code, which is Angelica. So if you do order from Lunar Beauty, you can save 10% on your order. I'm super excited about this. So let's get into this collection. I want to start with, because I have a lip liner on, but I don't have a lipstick or lip gloss on, and I want to start with these lip oils. These lip oils, these are new to the collection. These are $18 each if I'm not mistaken, and these are fairly transparent, all of them, as you can see in the swatches. This peach one, which smells like peach, does have, like, it has a peach scent, very lovely. It's the coloring of it is very faint. This one, that is the watermelon one. This one is called Kiss Me. My light just turned on. The lighting in this house is weird. This smells like watermelon. It very much smells like watermelon candy. And then we have the clear one, which is the smell of mango. And it very much smells like mango, like sorbet or ice cream. The only one that has a little bit of coloring, I would say, is the watermelon one. The other ones are fairly clear, in my honest opinion, but they do smell absolutely amazing, so fruity and so wonderful. So let me actually put the peach one on. I'm trying out a new lip liner, and it's like shiny. Who wants this shiny lip liner? I'm so confused. I love the applicator of this one, because it picks up a lot of product, but you can still, like, spread it around. That is very glossy and beautiful, and as you can see, the color of it is very minimal. Then we have the Nude Prism blush, and this is the new blush palette that he is releasing. This one is more up my alley than the one that he had before. I will pop up a picture of the one that he had before, because this one has more nudie colors and also this almost terracotta reddish. I wouldn't call it like an orange, because it's leaning a little bit more into like burnt red spectrum, but this one is very much more up my alley than the other one, because that one was very pinky and I like more nudie colors like these. I'm super excited to be trying this out. This one does have, I think, 2 shimmers. This one seems shimmery and this one seems shimmery, and I really do like the quality of the other blush palette that I bought, and I am super excited to be having this quality in colors that are maybe a little bit more my style, because I love these kind of nudie colors that just look like a suntan on your face. So I'm very excited about that. Packaging is, per usual, 10 out of 10. Then we have the Nude Prism big palette. Again, beautiful palette. Very well made neutral palette, in my honest opinion. It goes from very light to very dark. It is the emphasis on matte colors, which is something that I like with it, like when it comes to neutrals. They have more mattes than shimmers. The shimmers goes from very light. It's almost like, yeah, it's called So Icy. It is like a very like icy gold, and then it goes all the way to a matte black. I do wish that it had a matte white as well. Had this had a matte white, it will be game over, but I also realized that a lot of people don't like the contrast of a matte white. It would have looked so perfect with the matte white up here. Would have been so lovely. It does have an emphasis on some peachy and pinky tones, so you could definitely make the looks go more peachy and pinky depending on what kind of shades you choose up here and what kind of shades you choose down here. So I'm gonna do 2 different looks with this palette. I think that this palette is 48 and the blush palette is 35. I'm not totally mistaken. Usually it does some bundles. I think some things are sold out. Not 100% sure. I will leave some info in the description box, but let's do some, what do I want to start with? I kind of want to do something that's like pinky and maybe like this mauve and like the white. I think we're going to start with that. Should I do the blush first? I am going to do this look back to back because I have a lot of time today to be filming. I think I'm going to start with this one and just see how that looks on me. If it's too light or if it looks nice. Ooh, it's very subtle, but I kind of like that. You can see that it's like, you can see that there is something here. I'm gonna do a little bit of the Beauty that is next to it, just a little higher up here, just for a little blushy moment. There is no highlighters in this collection, so I'm actually gonna use one of his highlighters from before. I don't know if he ever did restock these or not. I'm not 100% sure what happened. I don't know what happened. But this one is in Mars. It is the peachy ones. I'm just gonna apply a little bit. I don't want to have a super glowy look, but just like a little bit to top this off, so we can have just some glow. I was like, I don't want to have too glowy of a look. These are very beaming highlighters, so maybe that was like impossible. Okay, let's zoom in and let's do an eye look. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna do Cherry Blossom and Milk Tea, and we're gonna see where that brings us. I think that is my plan. So I'm just doing a little bit of the Cherry Blossom, and I'm just gonna put that in the upper part of my crease, so that I can blend into this like pastel pink. I think that is my plan. And I'm not packing it on. I'm just gently getting a sheer layer, just so that I can blend into this pastel pink and keep the look looking pink. Okay, so this is Milk Tea. I'm not sure if this brush is picking up product the way I want it to, or if it's this color. Don't know if I think that this Milk Tea is really doing anything for me, and I wonder if it's like, if it's too close to like my skin tone. Is that the problem? It could be. Okay, I'm gonna use the Bloom For You, which is like it looks a little reddish brown. I have not swatched this palette as I'm filming this. I usually try and do my like first and second impression before I swatch the palette, because I feel like it gives me a better idea of the palette without having some. Because swatching it does give you an idea of a palette, but sometimes it's not the correct idea. So it could be nice sometimes to just try it out on your eyes first before you actually swatch it. This is stunning. I think the Milk Tea is just too close to my skin tone, and that's why I feel like I don't see it. I'm gonna use a little bit of the matte black. I'm using very little, just to deepen up a little bit out here, to get the full drama. I'm liking how this black is behaving. It's like not totally opaque when you touch the brush to the eye, which is nice when it comes to black, because it can very easily be too much too fast, and then it's really hard to work with it. Okay, so what I really want to do is that I want to use this white, and I want to do like a far cut crease when I like with a flat brush and just spraying it. And maybe I'll meet up with like this rose gold that's here that's called Sam. Oh, is that after? I didn't watch this video because I was traveling when the video came out. Is that after like Sam? If it is, that's a really lovely tribute. It picks up really stunning. I am gonna spray it and let's see what we can do with this white. Oh, that's really pretty. Let's pick up a little more and let's see how sharp of an edge we can do. I think I'm gonna put it on most of the lid and then I'm gonna meet up with the rose gold more at the outer part. I'm gonna do as sharp of an edge as possible. Picking up a little bit more and I'm spraying it. It does get a lot easier to be precise with a shadow that you have sprayed. And I'm picking up Sam. And I'm not gonna spray it. I'm just gonna... It's a really creamy formula. It's like borderline Super Shock. And I'm just gonna put that on the edge. Like that. And then I'm taking the brush that I had the Bloom for You, which was that like burgundy brown. And I'm just tapping on the edge. That is absolutely incredible. Huh. Love it. This is the look with some eye pen in my waterline and some mascara, and I absolutely adore the look. I think it looks so pretty. I'm so happy about this look. Still haven't found my ring. Am I gonna have to buy a new ring? How do I explain this to my husband? But I'm gonna put some lashes on and I'm gonna fix my hair a little bit. It's very humid here today, so I don't think any of my curls are still here. Living the humid life now, but yeah, let me fix this look up and we can have a peek at like a more Monet distance. That is the first look. I am totally smitten by this look. I think everything looks beautiful, and I am not the person that hates neutrals. I like neutrals, I just don't love them as much as I love colors, but I will say that a neutral look that goes from really deep to really light, ooh, that can always sucker me in. I'm always up for that. So I hope you like this look. Let's get into look number 2. Okay, this look looks like I started it a bit. It's because I did, and I didn't have my microphone on. Like I don't know what's going on. I feel like I need a vacation. I am gonna use this one because I'm gonna do like a bronzy, because I swatched this one over here and it's so beautiful. It's like a really sparkly warm bronze, and I haven't worn a bronze lid in years? I think years. But I'm gonna start with Tease, and I'm just gonna put that in my crease. Yeah, I'm just gonna put that in my crease, and I did start doing this because my microphone wasn't on, and oh my god, I'm a mess. Oh, and that one has some dark shadows on it. We don't need that. But yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me. Let's not open that door. But it's like, lately, I've not been doing that good with being organized. I feel like I'm scatterbrained, and when I say lately, I mean the last like month. I feel like I'm scatterbrained. And I don't know what's wrong. Maybe I'm thinking about too many things all at once. I will say what I've noticed with this formula is this is more one of those formulas where it's not 100% opaque straight out of the gate. Like you have to go back and build and add some more color to the depth that you want. I will say it's not a bad idea to have your nude or like neutral palettes be that formula, because I feel like a lot of people that buy neutral palettes want them to be more versatile and want them to be in a way where you can do just a sheer wash of color, or if you want to like build them up a little bit more. So it's just something that I noted when using these shadows, that they're not 100% like super opaque straight away when you go in with the shadow. So I'm doing this like caramel. Isn't it like a caramelly brown? So unlike me. I'm gonna do this in the crease, and you can see I've already done it on my bottom lash. I feel like I need an assistant. That's what I need. I'm gonna dip into this dark brown color now that's called Moody, and we are gonna build this to a little bit of darkness. Maybe not too deep, I say now, but who knows? Famous last words. But I'm gonna start out with just a little and we'll see how deep I go before I go in with that like bronzy shade. I feel like I have been embracing nudes and like neutral colors a lot more this past maybe like a year and a half or something. There was a time on YouTube, like when I started out on YouTube, I did a lot of neutral looks, not because I was like smitten with neutral looks, but because everyone did neutral looks. And I noticed the way that everyone was talking about colors was that like nobody goes out like that. The bigger YouTubers were calling it clown makeup. Some did, not everyone. And most people just didn't wear colorful makeup, and when they did, they were making like remarks of it being unusual to wear colorful makeup, or maybe this is not something for an everyday, like those kind of remarks. And I will say I almost became like a little bit of a rebel. I was like, what do you mean? I love color. So I feel like for the longest time I was so loving color, and I didn't allow myself to even enjoy neutrals because it was like so many people told me that they couldn't wear colors, or that they shouldn't wear colors, and maybe I became a little bit of a rebel without even thinking about it. And maybe it's a little bit more nuanced right now on YouTube. I rarely see people getting comments about only liking neutrals or only liking colors, and I feel like I'm allowing myself to like both. I mean, my heart will always beat for colorful makeup. I don't see myself ever loving neutrals the way that I love colorful makeup. I think that's always going to be the case. I mean, my first eyeshadow when I was a teenager was purples. Because I was like, hell yeah. But maybe I can embrace the neutral side as well. There's nothing wrong with liking everything. Although I will say that when it is like this, I do feel like I want to deepen it up a little bit. So let's use a little bit of the black too. Remember how I said when I didn't know how deep this was gonna be? Yeah, Pepperidge Farm remembers. The bronzer shade is called Starcrust. It's the last one here, and I am gonna put it on, but without this cat hair. I'm gonna put it on without spraying it. This is how far I got the last time. Is the microphone on? Yes. Oh Lord. So I think I'm just gonna put this on the entire lid. Right? This is going on really nicely. So I can have like a bronze spark. Who am I? I can have like a bronze sparkly moment. And then we can have maybe one of those champagnes in the inner corner. That is pretty though. That is pretty. Should we do like a little champagne moment? Should we do Laura? I guess this is from Laura Lee. Like this champagne moment here. Let's do that. And like the inner corner. It's like a lighter bronze. And it feels very Laura. And a little bit on the lower lash line. Just to get a little... I love having like a pop of shimmer just here. I think it's so pretty. I do that a lot. Okay, this is really nice. Look at me, embracing. Okay, I'm gonna do this Lara shade, but I think I'm also gonna put a little bit of the white just in the absolute inner corner, because like I feel like this calls so icy. I'm just gonna pop a little bit like this just to brighten up the absolute inner corner, right? I feel like I'm doing something. I feel like I'm doing something here. There's a little fallout from the shimmers. Nothing much, to be honest, even though I didn't spray them. Very, very impressive. Okay, let me put on a little bit of mascara and we can see the look before I put the falsies on. Okay, so I got a little mascara on. I think I'm gonna do white in the waterline as I did with the other look. Oh, I love a bright white, like, waterline. I know that's not for everyone, but like a bright white waterline just really makes me happy. It just makes me, it gives me that contrast that I really want, and I really like it. I kind of want to try, I'm gonna put some falsies on. I'm gonna put the same falsies on as I had before, but I kind of want to try this look with a brown lipstick or like a nudie beige lipstick, because I feel like that would really just take it to the next level. I love these like lip oils, they're beautiful. But let me put on the falsies and let me put on a lipstick and we can just see how it all looks. This is the look. Like, who am I? Who is this girl? Who is this girl with the bronzy eye? Am I getting too influenced by Manny? Wasn't it like the bronzy eye that was his signum for a bit? I did put on Victress by Proper Beauty. Love Proper Beauty. I think some of the best lipsticks in the game. I think that this warm fudgy brown really goes with this eye look. Absolutely love it. Okay, so what are my thoughts about this collection? My absolute favorite thing about this collection is the lip oils. I am living, dying, breathing, sneezing for the lip oils. They're absolutely stunning. They're so glossy, so comfortable. They don't run like all over your face. They smell beautiful. I hope he comes out with more in the future that have a little bit more of a tint, but absolutely beautiful. Like one of these in like a milky caramel, I would love it. Love the blush palette. I think the blush palette is absolutely stunning. I can see myself wearing this even more than the blush palette he had before, just because of these shades and how like pretty they are. I am super excited about this. I think that this is a really nice blush palette, and I really hope that he will restock the highlighters. Or did he? I'm not 100% sure, but I mean, absolutely stunning. I mean, the palette, and we all know this isn't like my dream color scheme. Nobody's looking at this palette and being like, oh, it's an Angie palette. Like, nobody's saying that, but I will say I really do appreciate that it goes from black to almost white. Do wish that there was a matte white here, and that there's a bunch of different mattes, and that there are more mattes than shimmers. I really love the other neutral palette he had, Eternal Eclipse, but that one is a lot more moody. It has grays and a couple of blues. It's more cool tone. This one is not as dramatic as that palette is. This is more the neutral route with some peaches and pinks. I think that if you like neutrals, you will absolutely love this. I love how easy it was to work with the shimmers. They're a really nice, almost putty formula, but it goes on without spraying it, and it didn't have any fallout. And I will say I'm very impressed with the shimmers. The mattes are that kind of matte, silky, blendable formula, but it's a little bit more on the buildable side than it is on the straight on pigmented side. So if that is something that you know you love, you'd probably really enjoy this. I personally love something that's super opaque, just straight out of the gate, but that is my preference, and I know that that is not everyone's preference. I mean, I'm still totally able to build it up to something that is really opaque and that looks really dramatic and really like up my alley. I'm just letting you know what kind of formula it is so you know what to expect. I will leave all the info down in the description box. I will say I am super thrilled to be able to be affiliated with Lunar Beauty and to get PR from Lunar Beauty. It is one of my favorite brands. I honestly like everything that I've tried from the brand. I think that the concepts, the packaging, the quality, all of it is just stunning. Still do not own. Do I need to buy? Should I just buy Strawberry Moon? Or like, is that where we are right now? That I should just buy it? I should just buy it, right? Yeah. I think that's where we're at. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe. I hope you're having an amazing evening, because I know that this one is coming up later. Usually upload in the mornings, but just switching things around a little bit to fit my planning. And I will see you again tomorrow for a new makeup releases. Bye!